It's the wrong button. Hello, and welcome to A Muggle's Perspective. It's good to be here with you guys. I am Rogge. I am joined today by Braden. Braden, how are you?
I'm doing well. How about yourself?
I'm good. It's a beautiful day out. Day 45 of quarantine. Nothing to complain about.
Has it really been 45 days for you?
No, it's not. For me, It's 0 days. I go to work every day.
Yeah, I am too, as of right now. So I'm thankful for that. But it's just weird what gets deemed essential and what doesn't.
Yeah, true. Remind us what you do, us the listeners and me. I know, but for them.
Right now, I am working for a commercial flooring company. So
Essential.
Well, the work that they do is in essential buildings. So they put floors in most of Indianapolis's hospitals.
There you go.
So any kind of expansion projects or add-ons or just renovations, they are typically the ones doing the flooring for those. And so some of these buildings, it really is essential because we need the capacity.
Yeah, true.
Need those buildings to be done. So they're going to continue working on those. But then I talked to Jeremy the other day, and he is still running the car wash because it's essential.
It's essential.
That one's a little harder for me to grasp, but cars aren't going to clean themselves.
Can you imagine? Put him out of business.
Oh, man.
I know they're doing no cash and everything contactless.
Yeah.
So the people just scan a barcode that you have on your windshield already and then give you the usual.
Really, you should have to stick your hands out the window while the car wash is going on.
Oh, smart.
That way you can just
that counts as a wash.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
That would be good. We'll have to suggest that to him.
Yeah. I'm sure they've already thought of it. That seems kind of where your mind would go first.
What are your thoughts on using the sunroof for that? So then you can get both hands.
Yeah, and I guess most sunroofs have that one-click feature where it just lifts the back of the window a little bit.
Yeah.
Which I've never understood how that is helpful or does anything.
Until now.
But yeah, it's obviously for pandemics and if you need to wash your hands while going through the car wash.
Yeah.
So I'm glad our car has one of those because we'd be screwed going through a car wash.
You'd stay all dry like idiots. Dirty, dirty boys.
Oh, man.
So this is a podcast where we read through Harry Potter. We are, how many, 3 years? 2 years. We're 2 years in.
Yeah.
A little over 2 years in.
Yeah.
And we are on Chapter 7 of Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. We're starting here on The Slug Club. Page 129 for me. Is that same for you? What are you doing these days? Are you reading? Are you listening?
I read these. I don't have an hour-long commute anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So listening will probably decrease. I'll probably read more.
Right. You'll listen just because you miss Jim Dale.
Yeah, I will tune in for the occasional Jim Dale. But I think I catch more reading anyways.
Yeah.
So it's probably for the best.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think I've asked you before if you feel like there's a difference in your comprehension, but...
Yeah. It's not a huge difference, I don't think, but I don't know. On your commute, you can be thinking about a lot of different things, what you got to do that day or...
Agronomy.
Yeah, you could be thinking about agronomy. So, but to answer your question, yes, it's 129 for me as well.
Okay, good. We're on 129. It's been a while since we've read Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince, so I think it's fair that we that we put this in context. I guess that's my first question. Did you have to breeze through a couple pages before this to be like, where are we? What's happening here?
Yeah, I had to look up who Harry Potter was.
Spark notes.
We keep talking about this Dumbledore character, and I just don't remember that at all.
Right.
Yeah, I had to do a little refreshing. It came back pretty quickly though. Like I feel like the point of this book so far has been like Malfoy's doing some weird fishy stuff.
Yeah.
So I caught up pretty quick.
And just in case you thought Harry was gonna drop that issue and move on to something else, don't worry.
No, he's dove headfirst into like I'm the detective hero now, and nobody's gonna help me but me. So.
Which, I mean, we've praised Harry in the past for not going all the way there, for like staying grounded in reality, for being well adjusted despite everything that's happening to him. So this is like an understandable place for it to go. It's just like, oh, Harry's actually doing the thing where he just like becomes obsessed with something with very little like concrete backing to it.
Yeah, and like you said, I think we all knew it was coming. It was just when he built the confidence up to like really step into that role. And I think it's here.
So do you see this as a kind of mental break?
Yeah, I think this is where I think ever since he had the conversation with Dumbledore about like, you know, it's either you or Voldemort.
Mm-hmm.
Both of you can't live, or both of you can't coexist.
Neither can live while the other survives.
Right. I feel like post that conversation, he's just like crossed a threshold in his mind of like, okay, this is what my life is now. And so if it's up to me. I think he will still rely on like Ron and Hermione's help and Dumbledore's help. But I don't think he's going to be as like passive to do the detective work or like be aggressive with Snape, as we'll see in some of these chapters. And
yeah.
Yeah. So I think it's not a personality shift. It's like a confidence shift, an identity shift, maybe.
Yeah. It's a focus shift too, to like, it's not that he's more prideful or he thinks he's better than he was before. He's like, okay, this is just the only thing that's important now in the world. Is my mission.
Well, I mean, yeah, you think about gaining the knowledge that like my life can either go on the duration that I had anticipated, or I can just like sit back and let Voldemort murder me.
Yeah.
So I guess I have one option.
And it's let Voldemort murder me.
I'm just going to go drink with Hagrid and hope for the best.
Cheers. So we start chapter 7 back at the Burrow. Harry had spent a lot of the last week of the holidays pondering the meaning of Malfoy's behavior. It's going to be a common theme here. So basically, Harry has decided that he thinks that Malfoy is a Death Eater. And we open with him talking around Hermione, him positing this suggestion. Do you buy it?
Yeah, I think so. That makes sense. Draco's dad is in Azkaban now.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like any good son who looks up to his father, he wants to step into his shoes. And I think it's Malfoy's chance to gain he probably sees it as his chance to gain the power and respect that he thinks he deserves, that he doesn't get from everybody around Hogwarts.
Right. What do you think of Ron and Hermione's protestations that, well, he's too young, it's just Malfoy, Voldemort wouldn't let him be a full Death Eater, he couldn't be helpful to Voldemort?
I don't really buy into that, because I think if Voldemort's smart, he needs somebody at the ground level within Hogwarts.
Yeah, which is like basically Harry's point.
Right. Like he needs someone that's unassuming. Like the professors and leadership at Hogwarts are going to also be thinking along the lines of like, well, he who must not be named wouldn't use somebody this young. Like, we don't need to worry about that. And like, Voldemort's not dumb. He knows they're thinking that.
It's the weaponization of the whole child soldier thing.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so we're buying that Malfoy could be a Death Eater. Harry even, I don't know if there's anything else about being at the Burrow that you wanted to discuss, but Harry does actually bring this theory up to Arthur Weasley. That was my next talking point.
Yeah. Yeah. Arthur kind of blows him off as well.
I mean, this seems like, how many times is it now that Harry has said, hey, Arthur Weasley, go investigate the Malfoys? Because he's done it, he did it years before when they thought that he was the heir of Slytherin. And he's just like, come on.
It's almost, do you think there's, well, I don't know why I ask you this, but I guess I ask myself if there would be a certain level of intimidation Arthur has. Like, he feels intimidated by the Malfoys. Like, just doesn't want to mess with it unless it's like absolutely necessary.
I mean, he's always stood up to Malfoy. You know, they had that fight back in book 2. And in the movies, I think you see it too, where he doesn't let Malfoy give him crap. So I don't know if I think that he's intimidated. I think he's like, if anything, he's worried about coming off as paranoid, like at work. Like, he can't just keep going and investigating them and having them be like, Arthur, this is like the 4th time that you've had us go to the Malfoy house. Like, this doesn't seem objective anymore. So he feels like he needs a little more to go on.
A little substance, a little more substance. Yeah.
A little less conversation.
A little more action.
Yeah, that's where I was going with that. No, wrong button. This goes on for so long. It's got 7 more seconds.
Everyone, please quiet down. That's enough, guys.
Man. Oh, jeez. I would always do that. No one can see me, Braden, but I would always, when I would laugh at my own joke in class, I'd pretend to like wipe tears away from my eyes. The students always thought it was really funny. So Harry sits with Neville and Luna on the train. That's fun. Do we care? I'll just sprinkle in some do we cares here. Do we care about the girls coming up to them and being like, Harry, you can sit with us instead? Like him being popular now.
Yeah. Is Harry a sex symbol now?
He's the chosen one.
Yeah, I mean, this could be another part of just being Harry Potter that's just going to be a daily struggle. Is like, does he give in to the life of just chasing women, you know?
Keep your eye on the prize. All about Malfoy. No, it's not about the girls throwing themselves at you. When he goes out in the hallway with Neville and he tries to wear the invisibility cloak to walk to Slughorn's compartment, it's like a paparazzi thing.
Yeah. He is living the life of a famous celebrity.
Who do you compare him to specifically? Is it Justin Bieber? I mean, like someone that's young? I know Justin Bieber's not super young anymore, but he was famous like at that age. Harry's 16.
Yeah.
He's going to get a bunch of tattoos and record some very explicit songs in Spanish here soon, I guess.
Yeah, probably Bieber. Maybe we got a little Biebs vibe going on here.
So they're invited to Slughorn's compartment for what can only be described as the Slug Club meeting. So I guess I want to hear all of your thoughts as far as Slug Club. What are the reasons people were invited? The intent of the meeting itself? What's Slughorn getting at? What are your thoughts on the conversations?
I don't really understand what Slughorn was getting at, to be perfectly honest. But it seems like he just invited people who he thinks are particularly gifted in magic, or who have like ties to people who have been particularly good at magic. I guess If the point of the Slug Club was explicit, I must have missed it.
Okay. So no. I mean, like, I know what I think the Slug Club is, but what I care about is what you think it is. And if the answer
Yeah.
is it's still sort of murky, it's okay. Drop my mic. It's not entirely obvious what it is. Then that's interesting. You'll hear people compare Slughorn to like a spider who sits in the middle of the web. He doesn't want to go and do the stuff, but he wants to pull the strings and make things happen for him.
Okay.
So he's trying to get some strings, I guess. Do we care about any of the people there? I'll throw some names at you. Blaze Zabini, Cormac McLagan, Marcus Belby.
One of those is a Slytherin that kind of reports back to Malfoy, and I can't remember which one. I think it's
It's Zabini.
Zabini. So obviously we should probably care about that. That's kind of well, as we find out here in this chapter, like Harry kind of uses him to get back to Malfoy to figure out more about what's going on with him. But that could be a two-way street. Like, Harry's going to have to be careful what he says and doesn't say at these Slug Club meetings.
Yeah.
So
do you anticipate future meetings? This wasn't a one-off thing?
I don't think so. I feel like he's going to be holding, like, networking events for these people. And obviously he has a goal in mind by gathering this random group of students. So be interesting to see, like you said, like he's wanting to pull the strings, get people to do things for him, and I don't really know what all these students have to offer him, but find out.
Yeah, exactly. That's going to be interesting to see if it all pans out. Is the roster going to change? Is he going to start inviting other people later?
Do they break off from Hogwarts and start a cult?
Okay. The slug followers, the sluggies.
Yeah. Sluggies.
I could see him giving out awards, the sluggies. Most chosen one. Like best connected, richest. They're
Tallest.
objective awards, yeah. they're not subjective in any way.
Yeah.
Okay, so you kind of already touched on my next point that I had here, which was just the Slytherin cabin. So Harry goes, I always try to picture it in my mind, he jumps up on a seat and dives into the luggage rack while covered by an invisibility cloak. Right? Is that what you're picturing here? Him curled up where a suitcase should be.
Yeah, I'm imagining like a shelf that runs along the border of the carriage room or car, whatever they call it. And I don't understand how he can dive up there without being seen, but he manages it.
So he overhears the kind of conversation that Slytherins wouldn't be having if they knew other people were listening, it seems like. What are our takeaways from this?
It's this weird environment where, like, Malfoy is the center of attention, and like everybody's just fixated on everything he says, and he just speaks in like these cryptic riddles of like, well, I don't even know if I'll be here next year, and I probably need to serve a greater purpose for the Dark Lord, and just kind of hinting around makes you think that he has things going on behind the scenes that he hasn't necessarily divulged in detail with the rest of the Slytherins.
So as Harry goes and reports back to Ron and Hermione about what he hears, that's kind of the central question is, the central question at this point in the book is how much of what Draco says, how much of what Harry surmises is real, and how much is boastful, how much of it is fanciful, how much is him trying to impress the other Slytherins. Where do you think that balance is?
I think there's always going to be an element of boasting to Malfoy because he desperately wants attention, but I think just given everything we've seen so far at the start of the book with him like threatening the guy at the shop, and then Harry's kind of paying attention to how he's like freaking out about his left arm when they pull up his sleeve. I think it just makes sense that he's probably getting recruited by Lord Voldemort.
So right now you're leaning towards believing Harry a little more than you are skeptical like Ron and Hermione?
I am, yeah.
So I guess, yeah, we'll have to see if there's any red herrings, any false flags being planted here. Because, I mean, you could see, JKR it could be a diversion, it could be a double diversion, he could be a quadruple agent, like, everything's on the table from, like, a storytelling perspective, right?
Sure.
Yeah. Sure.
Absolutely.
I mean, the crux of the third book is that not only was Sirius Black a dog, but also Ron's pet rat that he'd had for 3 years was a human. So,
yeah, I mean, as we've discussed before, all animals are humans, and all humans are animals in the world of magic.
I remembered that all animals were humans. I forgot that all humans were also animals. So
yeah.
I think I need to keep that in mind.
Yeah.
The end of the chapter is not. Where are we? We got a lot of Malfoy talking to the Slytherins. So the end of the chapter is not Harry's finest moment. Walk me through what happens to him and what you take away from this Malfoy interaction. I wrote down like the tone and tenor of like what Malfoy was saying, like how he was talking, his actions.
Yeah, so I mean, they arrive at Hogwarts, so everybody's getting off the train, and either Crabbe or Goyle, one of the two, like reaches up to grab a suitcase and kind of hits Harry in the head, and he,
Normal.
Yeah.
It happens.
Yeah, when you're pretending to be a suitcase, you're gonna rub elbows with some other suitcases, and kind of lets out like an ouch or something, and
What's the British
kinda,
version of an ouch? Blimey!
Oi!
Oi!
I assume oi is just used for a lot of things. But Malfoy notices and waits till everybody leaves the car, and then just like smokes Harry on the nose, like basically. At first he hits him with a spell to knock him out of the luggage rack and paralyze him.
Yep.
And then basically just kicks him in the nose.
Yeah. That would hurt so bad.
Oh, man.
Alex Ehrlich, come on the pod. Tell us what it's like to have your nose broken.
So he's kind of just laying there in a puddle of his own nose blood. And Malfoy basically just leaves him there, like, without telling anybody he's on the ground. And I think because of the particular hex or curse or whatever it is that he puts on him, like, he's also still invisible.
Well, he's got the invisibility cloak on, and Malfoy has Petrificus Totalis, the full body bind curse on him, so he can't move.
So he's basically an invisible heap of broken nose.
Yes.
On the ground.
He's like 75% broken nose blood.
But he says, "You didn't hear anything I care about, Potter, but while I've got you here." And then he kicks Harry in the face.
Yikes.
So it's interesting that he says, "You didn't hear anything I care about." Because I feel like he definitely hinted around at, like, I mean, he talks about leaving school to work for Voldemort, so. But, I mean, I guess to his point, like, Harry's not going to run around telling everybody that, because who's really going to believe him?
Good. I've got some more Do We Cares from this chapter. I've got a lot of them, actually, for this chapter, more than the other ones. So I wanted to run through these just really quickly. We're getting back in the flow of caring, not caring. Do we care about Fleur talking about her sister and Ginny being bridesmaids at the wedding?
No.
Yeah, we don't care about Ginny and Gabriella's bridesmaids. Do we care about Arnold the Pygmy Puff?
I don't even remember that, so no.
When they're putting like Pigwidgeon and Hedwig in their crates, into the car, it talks about like, and Ginny's pygmy puff, Arnold. Okay, so we don't care about Arnold. Do we care?
I don't know what a pygmy puff is.
A pygmy puff is like a koosh ball with eyes.
What does it do?
It like is soft.
It's just a pet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like a genetically engineered pet. With the whole point of it is just that it's a cute little puff. It's not like it's been domesticated. Like it exists only in domesticated form. It's like the cubic zirconium of pets.
Okay, cool. I don't care that much, but that's cool.
Do we care about rack spurts?
Experts. I think I did. I remember that word. I
This
don't
is
remember what it is.
This is a Luna Lovegood line.
Oh yeah, those are things that like float around, like can float into your ear or something,
Yeah.
and like give you a headache.
Yeah, and like distract you and stuff.
So it's coronavirus.
Yeah, it's coronavirus. That's how coronavirus works.
It just floats into your ear,
Yeah,
and then
from touching your
you get
face.
sick. Yeah.
It is, to be clear, something that's talked about in the Quibbler, so we're supposed to be skeptical of the fact that it is real. This isn't Hermione being like, oh, well, yeah, rack spurts.
That seems just like an offhanded Luna thing. Like it's just weird. Another weird thing she says.
Sure. Do we care about the 2 paragraphs of Harry being like, wait, Neville and I are the same person. What if it was Neville whose parents got killed instead of me? Neville parallels?
Yeah, I care about that because I think that is building the storyline of Harry versus Neville once Neville goes to the dark side.
He's Bizarro Harry.
Exactly.
I already asked if we cared about Belby, McLagan, and Zabini. We cared a little bit about Zabini because he's a Slytherin. I love every time that it's like, Harry saw a Slytherin. They glared at each other because Slytherins hate Harry. And like, that's the whole thing.
Yep.
They did not wave. Neither did Neville because Neville is also a Gryffindor. Do we care about Malfoy dropping out of Hogwarts? His at least his claim that he might.
I guess if Voldemort's really going to use Malfoy, that doesn't seem to make sense. Wouldn't you want someone on the inside?
Like that's
like
his
within
best
Hogwarts?
attribute is the fact that he's at Hogwarts.
Right. Like Voldemort needs to check 2 boxes. 1, do you hate Harry Potter? Mm-hmm. And then 2, do you go to Hogwarts?
Right.
So it doesn't seem like that would be that helpful if he dropped out of school.
Okay. So we think it's a bluff.
Kind of.
Okay. Well, that works for me. I was going to say that we should do a voicemail real quick, but
I'm sorry,
I'm not
what?
connected. I'm sorry, a howl. It's been too long, dude. I'll give you 3 guesses as to who this is from.
Chad.
Morning, guys. It's Chad. Listening to episode 60, and you guys are just talking about Johnny Depp.
Normal.
Have you ever seen Donnie Brasco? If you haven't, watch that movie. It's awesome. Y'all have a good day.
What is the name of the movie?
Donnie Brasco. I've never even heard of this movie. I've heard of Donnie Darko.
Donnie Brasco. Let's see what the Google machine has to say about this.
I love that a bunch of our voicemails are just like, hey, just 10-second thought about an off-topic conversation you guys were having about movies. I just wanted to call and say that I like the Matrix movies. Thanks. I'll take my answer off air.
Seems like most of our howls have to do with things that don't relate to Harry Potter.
What does that say about the content of our conversation? We do always say, feel free to call him about anything at all. It doesn't have to be Harry Potter.
Donnie Brasco, is that what he said?
Yeah.
Donnie Brasco.
Brasco is how it transcribed it.
It's a 1997 crime drama starring Johnny Depp, who plays Joseph Pistone, who is an FBI agent who has infiltrated one of the major New York mafia families and is living under the name Donnie Brasco. He develops a relationship with mob hitman Benjamin Lefty Ruggiero, Al Pacino, in order to get deeper undercover, but ends up developing a real friendship with the mafioso. As their relationship develops, Pistone must decide whether or not to complete his job, knowing that it will lead to the inevitable murder of his new friend. That's kind of a cool plot line.
Do undercover missions for cops usually result in like murder as opposed to them being arrested?
Oh, I think so.
In your experience?
In my experience, it's always like, hey, get close but not too close because we're going to kill him.
It's happening. It's inevitable.
Ravenclaw. Wand. I don't remember. Turnus, I haven't taken that because I'm too scared to get something bad. It is currently snowing very hard, and so I'm rather distracted, but I needed to call in because, Rogge, you are absolutely right about Johnny Depp only being Captain Jack Sparrow. That you and I have spoken at some midnight premieres. Continue to do said bright. Yeah, that's really it. Bye.
Okay, yeah. Not 100% sure who it is. Feel free to call or text in that person if you have more information about that. Let's see, the midnight premiere. I don't think that was Nate's voice. Who else did I see at that premiere? JT Jacobson, Jordan Fox. Could be one of those guys. Basically, what we can take from this is that Johnny Depp is only Captain Jack Sparrow. Your thoughts?
He does play, most of his roles are that weird, eccentric character, but he's done a lot of other good stuff. You can't just bottle him up with Jack Sparrow.
Wow, okay, so you're coming down the other side of this.
Yeah.
Is that he's actually a well-rounded actor.
Yeah, I think so. What's the
Edward Scissorhands?
Edward Scissorhands. He's the old-timey gangster in
Donnie Brasco?
Well, that, but I'm thinking of the one
What's Eating Gilbert Grape?
He's great in that. That's like one of his first roles.
Grape.
But then
What's Eating Gilbert Grape?
He's grape in that. Is it American Gangster?
Finding Neverland? Oh, you're thinking of Rango.
Are you a Johnny Depp hater? Is that what this is?
I really like Johnny Depp as Captain Jack Sparrow. I don't have a ton of other Johnny Depp. I've seen Finding Neverland. I've not seen What's Eating Gilbert Grape or Edward Scissorhands. So as far as the 90s stuff, I've not.
Okay, well, you need to. He's in Black Mass.
That's not you made that up. Black Swan?
No, Black Mass. He was in Black Mass and Public Enemies. He did Blow, which was a huge movie about cocaine, I think.
Oh, it was about cocaine? Okay.
Yeah. He's
Murder on the Orient Express?
Like, Jack Sparrow is his calling card, for sure. But he's more than that.
The Lone Ranger? I did, in hindsight, I respect his portrayal of Willy Wonka. Like, I have to be against it on principle because of my devotion to Gene Wilder's version of Willy Wonka.
Sure.
But if anyone else is going to try to do it, it's got to be Johnny Depp. I mean, it's the only valid option.
Yeah, because you can't just recreate Gene Wilder. You have to make it really weird.
Yeah. I mean, you can never rule out Tom Hanks doing anything, but I don't. But besides that, I guess Daniel Day-Lewis, similarly, he would be recreating Gene Wilder, though.
Hold on just a second, though. Are you putting him on the same level as Tom Hanks?
No, I'm saying that you've got...
Because no one
Johnny Depp could do it from,
is on
like,
that
a
level.
weird dude perspective.
Yeah.
Tom Hanks, as far as I'm concerned, has the benefit of the doubt, could play anything, is what I'm saying. So it's like,
Yes.
I can't technically say that Tom Hanks couldn't do this role. I don't see it, but, like, I can't put anything past him when he's done such a wide range of things. And then Daniel Day-Lewis is so, like, method that he can, like, get all the way into any role. But he would be just doing the Gene Wilder Willy Wonka, I think, if you were to do, like, a shot-for-shot remake.
Yeah.
All right, we agree. Chapter 8, Snape Victorious. I only had 4 points here, so we might go through this one a little more quickly. We've got Tonks rescuing Harry, and we find out that she's stationed at Hogwarts. What are your thoughts on this? Do we care about Tonks?
I care that Tonks's personality has changed so much. Like Harry talks about how inquisitive she used to be and almost kind of annoying. And now she's just like super serious and just only the facts. Like we don't need to make small talk. Makes you wonder what's going on behind the scenes with her.
Any theories? Hermione's theory is that she blames herself for Sirius's death.
I'm sure Sirius's death has a lot to do with it. Probably makes things a little more real. You know, like she lost someone close to her and probably has to assume some of his responsibility within the order.
Sure.
So yeah,
They were
I'm sure
cousins.
yep. Lost a family member. So all that, yeah.
Then we've got Harry walking up to the castle with Snape. And before this scene, I kind of forgot that Harry has recently doubled back down on, like, I hate Snape the most out of anyone. He hates Snape so much. And that really comes out in this scene where they're walking.
Yeah, you wonder if this is going to come to a head in this book. Because already, like, we'll talk about this, I think it's in the next chapter, or maybe chapter 10, but Harry's, like, fear of Snape is next to nothing now.
Yeah, it's chapter 9. I wrote that quote down. I just wanted to read here from page 160 quickly. Harry felt as though his body was generating waves of hatred so powerful that it seemed incredible that Snape could not feel them burning him. I feel like we've jumped a step in our rhetoric of how much Harry hates Snape from previous years.
Yeah, I feel like you can't feel that kind of hatred for somebody and not act on it eventually.
Right. Especially with the new sort of devil may care, like, I'm in charge of the world Harry Potter.
Right. Seems like a bad combo for staying calm and not using violence.
Yeah. So then the big reveal of this chapter is we've got a couple staffing notes. How surprised were you? Take me back to your mindset when you heard that Snape was going to get to teach Defense Against the Dark Arts and Slughorn was just a potions professor.
Confusion, but also, like, I like to believe that Dumbledore knows something that we don't, and so he's setting Snape up for it.
So there's a trust of Dumbledore that you still have that is not on the front of Harry's mind right now.
I feel like that's all I have to go with, because otherwise this is just making a mockery of who Dumbledore is and his reputation. That he's just like, he's lost a step, he's losing his mind. Like,
and we here at this podcast choose to not believe that that's the case.
I here at this podcast choose not to believe that.
I believe whatever you believe.
Good.
So we stand Dumbledore, so this must be some kind of long con.
Yeah, I like to think that he's by appointing Snape to the dark arts position, he's going to give Snape a chance to prove who he's truly loyal to. And
Okay.
it'll come out on its own where Dumbledore doesn't have to make any accusations.
He's flushing him out.
Yep.
Page 167. What do you mean, Astron? That job's jinxed. No one's lasted more than a year. Quirrell actually died doing it. Personally, I'm going to keep my fingers crossed for another death. Gives us some insight into Harry's mindset right now.
Yeah, I'm telling you, with those kinds of thoughts, I don't think you can just lay low for a whole school year. Especially with as much as like Snape picks at him, you know? Like, shoot, it could probably happen next chapter in this detention.
Yeah.
Chapter 11.
Yeah. Detentions always seem to be eventful for Harry. The only other thing I had was we get 2 minutes with Hagrid here at the end of the chapter where he's like, man, so excited for you guys to take care of magical creatures, everybody's favorite class with your favorite professor, me, Hagrid, your friend.
Yeah, about that.
I think this is a good bit of writing where you almost guaranteed before this page had not thought about 6th year care of magical creatures, right? There's no way you had.
No.
But you knew immediately, you're like, oh, Harry and Ron and Hermione aren't going to take that. That's just not going to happen, and Hagrid's going to be sad about it. Like, It was very show, don't tell. Like, you didn't need to have it written down there, like, Harry realized that he wasn't going to take the class, and Hagrid would be sad. It was just like, you knew.
Yep, that's... I don't know if that's because of JKR's writing or if that's just because of how well we've gotten to know them as characters, which would still be JKR's writing.
Right.
So, seems like it's JKR's writing.
I'm going to give the credit to Jim Dale on this one. The inflections that he uses really draw out meaning that I don't think JKR intended.
Wouldn't put it past Jim.
Yeah.
Jim Bob.
Any other thoughts on Chapter 8, Snape Victorious?
I don't think so.
There's a lot of passages that are like, Harry looked over. Malfoy was rudely not paying attention to Dumbledore. Like, we hear a lot of that.
He didn't think Dumbledore's speech was worth his time.
Yeah. One, do we care? Hagrid was late to the feast. He says because he was talking to Grop. Do we care about that? Do we believe Hagrid? That's why he was late.
Well, we never really got any closure on what happened with the Giants, right?
As far as the ones they left behind?
Yeah.
True.
Did we learn what happened with them?
Well, Hagrid had some good convos with Carcass, and that was going well. But then Carcass got dethroned by a different Gurg, and then all of the giants that Hagrid had been talking to on the side got beat up real bad for talking to him. So they had to bolt because their message was no longer going to be well received.
Right.
But they took Grop with them.
So maybe he's trying to go back and reestablish some connections with the giant population.
I mean, like he said at the time, he wasn't just going to bail. Like, Dumbledore really wanted them to do this, so.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. So we kind of care. We're keeping an eye on it.
Seems suspicious.
Okay, a word from our sponsors before Chapter 9.
What's happening, gents? It's Chad. Just got through listening to episode 61. Actually, I listened to it a little bit earlier today, but thought I'd call in. I had a couple of do you cares that I thought I would ask. I hope I'm not repeating some that you have already asked, and if so, I apologize. So the first one is, do we care that Harry inherited Grimmauld Place and Creature?
I was trying to pause it.
Do we care what?
Okay, yeah. I was going to pause it between the do we care so we could just do them. This is kind of going back a few chapters. That's always good. Like we said, we were a little... Had to re-get some context here. Do we care about Harry owning Grimmauld Place and Creature?
I think we talked about this. I think... Grimmauld Place, like, not so much, but Creature, you got to do something with him because he clearly is willing to help out Voldemort.
Yeah, he's a liability.
Yeah, so you've got to do something with him. And I can't remember. They came up with a good option.
They sent him to work at Hogwarts with Dobby.
Yeah. So probably got to keep an eye on him.
We haven't seen the last of Creature.
Probably not.
Okay, next, do we Chad?
Hermione will think about Harry's ownership of Creature, and if we'll hear more about Spew.
Hermione? I mean, Hermione gets that people have ownership of house elves.
Does she?
Yeah, maybe she doesn't. She'll want Harry to free him immediately.
Oh, that's a good question. Because she also has to know the Creature's evil.
Yeah.
Maybe she will try to... Maybe she'll try to work with Harry to, like, do some sort of counseling with Creature, you know? Really figure out what it is that's got him so upset and so evil.
Try to turn him.
And then release him and make a statement. Mm-hmm. Get real political with it.
Do we care that Dumbledore appears to like mead?
Like the drink.
I would have assumed that Dumbledore likes mead.
He's a mead guy.
Yeah.
Like a homebrew mead, like a small batch, like an IPA.
No, Dumbledore's not a hipster guy.
I guess
Dumbledore just likes kicking back with a nice brew from time to time. I also imagine Dumbledore smokes.
Like, you're saying that because of Gandalf, right?
I don't know anything about Gandalf.
Really? That's one of like his most famous things is that he can blow some really good smoke rings and stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
That's funny.
So
with Dumbledore's quirky nature and like his dad jokes and stuff, I would imagine that he likes to
wait, smokes what?
Just smokes some magical funny stuff.
Yeah, like not just tobacco, it's got to be. Okay.
Yeah. He's recreational.
How much do we care that Snape has made an unbreakable vow with Narcissa?
So this isn't even a do we care, it's a how much do we care.
Yeah, we're
assuming
quantity at this point. I think we care a lot. That's gotta show up at some point in the story, right? Like
it's unbreakable.
It can't be broken. So at some point...
Don't know a lot about it, but let me tell you one thing. Can't break it.
It's indestructible. So... I mean, you can't just teach the dark arts at Hogwarts with Voldemort running around on the loose.
And do it.
And not have to break the vow.
Gonna have to break it.
That's not breakable.
Are you gonna break it? Nope.
Well, you can't.
Nope. Answer no.
But... So yeah, got a high level of care.
That Professor Slughorn was hiding from the Death Eaters. That's all I got. Hope y'all have a good one. Bye.
So when we first met Slughorn, he was hiding from Death Eaters. Does that imply that he has something to hide? Or is that just because who doesn't hide from Death Eaters?
Probably got something to hide. Might have some inside info on Tom Riddle.
Cast his spiderweb a little too far.
Mm-hmm.
Pulled in some sensitive info.
Some classified intel. I think so. Some good questions, Chad.
Thank you, Chad, for the do we Chads. We do. We always Chad.
We always, Chad.
Chapter 9, Harry Potter. No, this is just called The Half-Blood Prince. So, this is the one that you'll recognize that line, readers at home, from the title of the book. You know all the Twitter jokes where they'll just say the name of a movie and then it's like whispers to date, like that's Paddington, or like that's The Social Network. Like you just say like the name of the character because it's the title of the movie. Those are the trolls. The first time they come on screen, this is like that for me. You know the Twitter joke I'm talking about?
I'm not on Twitter.
Oh my gosh.
I don't.
Yeah. Now who's a hipster? That made sense. So my first point here, we're starting first day of school. That's exciting. In order to do that, you've got to get your schedules all put together.
Have to.
Got to do it. Unavoidable.
Unbreakable.
Unbreakable pact with McGonagall to spend 15 minutes talking about your OWLs. So any insights, anything interesting happen from the scheduling, course load, that whole thing?
Well, Harry can be, can he doesn't have to give up his dream of being Auror because of the staffing changes. Because Slughorn accepts, I forget all the stupid grading.
Make him up.
Instead of having a P for perfect,
yep,
he'll take E's for exceptional.
Nice. That was the E for exceptional is exactly right. You nailed it.
Perfect.
No, P stands for poor. That's a failing grade.
And then like you can get an FA for friggin' awesome.
Yeah, true. That one's true. That one's good.
Yeah, but Harry wasn't friggin' awesome at potions. But
he was just excellent.
He was just excellent.
Exceptional.
Exquisite.
I guess the E technically stands for exceeds expectations. So it's like E. Okay. So Harry signs up for potions. He's allowed to do that now. Neville, we had a lot of Neville signing up for his classes. Do we care about that?
Yeah, which is basically just signing up for whatever his grandma tells him to sign up for.
Yeah.
And McGonagall's all like, be your own man.
Doesn't your grandma kind of suck, though?
What does she know? I'm going to write her a letter and say, what do you know?
Yeah. And I like that it said Professor McGonagall had never complimented Neville before. Everyone noticed that she was being nice to Neville because of how incredibly rare that event was.
Yeah.
She's been
I thought it should have said like,
on him
or
for 5
anyone
years.
ever.
She was nice to Harry. She kept trying to get him to eat a cookie that one time.
Yeah. That's true.
She's just been exclusively dunking on Neville for 5 years.
That's kind of Neville's role, though. He gets dunked on. We're always wondering why James is crying.
Because Neville just got dunked on. It's empathetic crying.
Yeah.
It's E for empathetic. The bottom of page 175, Ron's like, oh, look, we got a free period now, and a free period second period, and a free period for third period.
Look at all the time that we don't have to do anything.
This is so good. No one even giggles about him saying period a bunch. They're just nailing it. Time of their life.
I would have been excited about that too, though.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
Like when you get to be a senior, at least at the high school I went to, we had like what they call outs, which is basically just like you had already taken enough of what you needed to take, so you can like choose to take an elective class, or you can just like make sure your outs are your first 2 classes and not come to school till 10:30 a.m., which is what I did.
Wow.
So I like one of my last trimesters, my senior year of high school, I literally took like 2 or 3 mass media classes, which is just video production.
Wow.
And then like one, required important air quotes class of like biology or something. And then literally didn't take classes for my first 2 periods. So I would just roll into school at like 11.
See, I think the move there, I did not do that. I did cadet teaching and like spent 2.5 hours every day my senior year in a 5th grade classroom. For me, if I had done that, the move would have been my outs would have been 1st and 7th periods. So
Yeah.
you get there late and you leave early every day.
But see, if you're playing sports, you got to be there either way.
That's true.
So I like your logic. I
Yeah.
was going to have to be there at the end of the day regardless.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm just going to sleep in.
And driving all the way out to your house to and from school, like that wasn't going to be worth it.
Well, right. And there's no hotels between the school and my parents' house. So it's like, I got to plan in advance.
I don't
here.
think there's any buildings between the school and your parents' house.
Are you discounting homes?
Yeah, no, yes. Which one is me saying that there's literally no buildings? I'm just trying to draw a line. How far north of Darlington? Because Darlington, I feel like, is farther south than where the high school is. Am I
Not by
wrong?
much.
It's
Not
not
by much.
So it's a pretty
No.
straight line, east-west,
It's
west-east.
It's not straight east. It's not due east,
Mhm.
but it's not very far south.
I'm just saying, what are there's no towns.
Between North Montgomery and Darlington?
Yeah,
No.
no. So yeah,
Nope.
there's no hotels.
Yeah, there's nothing.
There's nothing.
There's just houses and
It's not a
farms.
lot. What were we talking about?
Harry Potter, I think.
Something.
Tom Hanks, maybe?
Ron's free periods. We get a little bit of a conversation. I wanted to bring this up about Quidditch. Did you remember that Harry was the Quidditch captain?
I didn't.
He gets to pick the team this year.
That's a thing. I feel like that's going to be a heavy responsibility. That's got some heft to it.
Do you have any predictions to make about the team as far as who he picks, as far as their success?
He's going to cut Ron.
He's going to be like, Ron, it looks bad if you're my best friend. You got to be really good, and you're not. You're fine, but you're not good enough.
No, he's not even going to be
an
that
optics
gentle about it.
perspective.
He's stepped so far into this like heroic, like
Yeah.
it's all my responsibility role that he's
Yeah.
just like, Ron, I'm sorry, bro. Plain and simple, you're not good. You're not good enough. This is going to be a championship team.
Yeah.
It's going to be built full of role players that are good at their job. You're not
Yeah.
good at any of them. You're
Right.
not good at any of the jobs.
So this team's going to win the cup, but it's going to come at the expense of some level of friendship with Ron.
Yeah, and I mean, but I think that all Quidditch championships, like you have to make sacrifice. You have to give up friendships.
It's going to be worth it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely.
So is he picking like diamonds in the rough? Is he picking people we know about? Is he like, sorry, Ron, like frickin' Draco's got to be my keeper? Like, I don't know what to tell you.
I would imagine he's been doing some summer workouts with kids, like calling kids, like, "Hey, you want to meet up at so and so place? Just do a quick workout."
He
see
went to
where your
the
skill set's at."
Nike Quidditch Summit.
Yeah, exactly.
He went to the under 14s to see
Yeah.
the.
Yep.
to see the up-and-comers.
McGonagall's been doing.
She's
some
been
scouting
texting
for
him on the daily.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
She's been doing some
McGonagall has
scouting.
been doing scouting for him.
Oh, absolutely.
That's so true.
Yeah.
That's my new favorite thing. Can we
Yeah.
write fan fiction about this?
Yeah, so she wears like a super low ball cap and just shows up at games like just random Quidditch workouts or like random Quidditch pickup games in the summers and just kind of like with a notebook, like a little
Do you
tiny
remember?
notebook.
Do you remember that Rita Skeeter had that pen that would like write for you? McGonagall's doing that.
Yep. And then she's meeting with kids that she thinks stand out afterward, just kind of like she's like waiting for them outside the locker room. And she's like pulls them aside and just like asks them some like really pointed like personality questions to see if they would be a locker room fit as well.
Yeah.
Like some chemistry stuff.
See, that's the thing is that I feel like Ron would be a good locker room fit in terms of like he's, he and Harry are on the same wavelength about everything.
Yeah.
He's been following Gryffindor Quidditch since he was a little kid. Bill and Charlie were on the teams. I don't know.
So
if Bill was.
if Ron can get his keeper skills up enough to where they're like adequate, he becomes a glue guy. Right?
His intangibles are there. Yeah, he's never going to be an X factor, but he can be a glue guy.
But he can be a glue guy. He can be a locker room guy.
Yeah.
He can be that veteran presence in the locker room that's like, you don't respect him because of his skill level.
He's Nick Collison.
Yes. Yes, he's not the best keeper in the league.
No.
And he's never going to be the best keeper in the league, but man, he's got heart.
Yeah.
And he's a leader.
It's a more than some of its parts thing. Like if you took him out, then it's like now everyone's like, oh man, Ron's not here.
Yeah.
Okay, but
and you're just missing some leadership presence out there on the pitch.
That's a theoretical scenario, but you think that it's not even going to get to that point. It's just going to be like we got to cut bait. There's a second year. There's a second year that is like he's really tall. He's still growing into his body. His spark metrics, his athleticism is off the charts, and it's just you just don't stack up, Ron.
I'm saying I think if that person exists, Harry recognizes his responsibility as Quidditch captain. He's got to put the best people on the pitch, Can't put your friends out there. You got to put the best players out there.
So just real quick, just hit me with the lineup, either with a name or with an archetype. So you got Harry at Seeker.
Yeah.
You got Is Angelina staying on the team? Not Angelina. Alicia Spinett. Katie Bell. Is Katie Bell staying on the team?
Yeah.
She's a vet.
Yeah.
Okay. She's a
Veteran
chaser.
Presence.
Yeah.
Veteran presence. Didn't we find out Ginny's pretty good?
Ginny was good last year.
Yeah, so Ginny got better over the summer. She put the work in.
She did.
She's on the team.
And it's like we've got a Weasley. We don't feel bad about having 0 Weasleys.
Right.
We're about cutting
right.
Ron.
You've got a Weasley. And I think we've got some first years or what year do you have to be eligible to be on the team?
I think you're supposed to be second year, but Harry made it on first year.
So we've got some good second years that are coming in that we got to get. So we've got our veteran presences in Harry and Katie and really Ginny. Ginny picked up a lot of good experience last year, and now we got to fill out the rest of the roster with some fresh blood.
Yeah, because you're looking to build a dynasty. This is not 1, not 2, not 3 championships for Gryffindor.
Not 4, not 5.
And so I like that Harry has the long view there.
Yeah. Harry really steps into like a Belichickian role here of like
he's player coach. He's Bill Russell.
He's like, Ron, do your
he's
job.
Magic
and
Johnson.
If not, then get the F out.
Do your job.
He's just gonna recruit the smallest, whitest second years that nobody else has thought about
to play slot chaser. Just come across the middle,
just to catch 4 or 5 yard dumps and get first downs.
Yeah. It's not. If you think that you're above the team, then like you're not. That's not what we're here for. Ron's like, oh come on,
just get out.
I'm Ron. We know, It's like no. But see, the thing about Harry Haracek is that he'll take a chance on a guy that could be a locker room issue, like your Antonio Brown, your Tim Tebow. It's like he'll look everywhere. They've got a transfer student coming in from Germany or something. It's like, is this guy into the dark arts? A little. But like we got to see what he brings.
But every championship team has a crazy guy.
Yeah, exactly.
Every championship
you can
team
have
has a Dennis Rodman.
one crazy guy. If you got excellent chemistry, you can have 2.
Like a Golden State, like a Draymond and Draymond
and Andrew Bogut.
who's your 2 crazy guy championship team?
I feel like you've got like Aaron Hernandez and Gronk.
That's exactly where I was going. But that's not 2 crazy guys. That's a murderer and a crazy guy.
That's 2 crazy guys. That's 2 crazy guys. Michael Jordan and Dennis. Michael Jordan, crazy.
Crazy.
Not
good.
in a detrimental way. I mean, like crazy, like had to take a break from the league because he was like too into gambling. Crazy competitive. This isn't slander. This is just that like he wasn't wired like a normal dude. Isn't.
I don't think when you're at that level, I don't think anybody is, right? Like Kobe Bryant's not a normal dude.
Right. Kobe Bryant, kind of crazy. I mean, like rest in peace.
Right.
Rasheed Wallace and anyone else
That whole Pistons
on
team.
the Pistons team. If the whole team is crazy, guys.
Those guys were crazy.
Well, besides Tayshaun Prince, obviously. Tayshaun Prince has never spoken a word.
No.
He doesn't need to.
But Rasheed Wallace.
Rasheed and Ben Wallace. Two
Rasheed
crazy
and
Wallaces.
Ben, two crazy guys.
Yeah.
Two wild and crazy guys.
Yeah. We'll come back to this. This will be a patrons only episode where we dive even deeper into. Weren't we going to do an NFL Street version like Quidditch, like Harry Potter, somehow Quidditch crossover, a Quidditch Street? We got to play both ways.
Yeah. Yeah. We talked about that some.
So Snape's the Defense Against the Dark Arts professor. How did class go? What kind of vibe do you get from Snape as far as an educator? As far as like an indicator of what class is going to be like this year?
I mean, same old Snape, right? Like super arrogant, super like how can I make an example out of Harry? Like he's not a teacher, he's just I know more than all of you. Why aren't you all smarter?
Yeah.
So, nothing really out of the norm yet.
Do we care about his seeming obsession with nonverbal spells? He's all about being able to do spells without saying the words. Do we care?
Yeah, I mean, that seems like it'd be a valuable weapon in battle, right?
I guess, yeah.
I guess too.
Yeah, okay. So we guess we care about that.
Yeah.
So then we get to the Harry Sass. I've got it here. Page 180. Do you want to be Snape or Harry?
I'll be Snape.
Okay, so do you want to start at Do You Remember?
Okay, give me a second to get to 180.
Snape
Do
voice.
you remember telling me you are... I'll try this again. Do you remember telling me? Do you remember me telling you? We are practicing non-verbal spells, Potter.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
There's no need to call me sir, Professor. And then the whole class goes, ooh. It's that gif of like the one guy that's just standing there. And
Super
everyone's
hot
dancing.
fire.
Is that what that's called?
Yeah. Yep.
Detention, Saturday night, my office. So is that the sassiest Harry's ever been?
I think we've reached peak sass.
Yeah.
With Harry.
He's just not even trying to be respectful or like pull punches at all or like keep his tongue, you know.
Gives 0 Fs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and then we do also have class with Slughorn. So we've got these two contrasting classes. How can you contrast the Snape's Defense Against the Dark Arts versus Slughorn as Potions Professor?
I mean, Slughorn's class seems fun. He's adding like a level of competition to it and some prizes, and I feel like it's he's like okay with them making mistakes.
Which Snape never was.
Right.
He's supportive.
It's a cool way to learn. It's
Yeah.
like here's some basic instructions, like go for it, see what happens, and whoever makes the best one, I'll give a prize to. Mm-hmm. So there's motivation in it, and a chance to kind of like trial and error learn.
And like to play devil's advocate a little bit, you know, this is 6th year, like they've all already passed their 5th year tests, so you have a little more freedom to do that kind of thing.
Right.
Treat it a little bit more like a college course, you know. But I mean, he just seems like a nicer dude. And he's actively trying, like, all of these potions that he brought out to show them were cool potions. Snape was, like, exclusively doing, like, shrinking potions and poisons and stuff. He's like, oh, this is a potion that makes you super lucky. This is a potion that turns you into someone else. This is a potion that makes someone tell the truth.
Yeah.
Those are the kind of potions you're interested in.
Right. He's actively trying to teach, not just tell people things that he knows.
Yeah. That's huge. Do we care or do we have specific interest in any of these potions that he brings up? Can you name any of them or describe any of them for me?
The one that makes people fall in love with them.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he talks about how there's like nothing more powerful than obsessive love.
Yeah.
That seems like a stereotypical JKR line of like something that is going to come into play later.
Mm-hmm. So we're keeping an eye on love potions this book.
Yep. Trying to remember what the other two were now.
I mean, I just kind of mentioned them.
The lucky one, and then what was the other one?
There's Polyjuice Potion, which we're familiar with, turns you into someone else. That's your Mad Eye Moody Barty Crouch Jr. potion.
Yeah, so I think probably the obsessive love one is the one I took note of.
It's fair. And then the big thing, obviously, for the rest of the chapter is these notes in Harry's book. So what does that jump out to you as? Is this important? When we get the reveal at the very end, as far as the Half-Blood Prince thing, walk me through your thoughts on these margin notes.
They're basically like scribbles of altered instructions, right? To make better potions.
Yes.
I'm wondering, because Slughorn makes the comment that Harry's mom was really good at potions, if like maybe she left her personal textbook for Harry.
Oh, interesting. She put some kind of spell on it that would like make it more likely that he would be the one that picked it up.
Yeah. And then maybe like we'll learn later that he is the Half-Blood Prince, so she titled it that as kind of a cryptic, like, this is for my son Harry, the Half-Blood Prince.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
But after everything we learn in Chapter 10, Voldemort might be the Half-Blood Prince. I don't know.
Sure.
So,
Hermione's annoyed that Harry's using this book. I mean, this kind of bleeds into the next chapter, but Harry keeps using it, and he's just better at potions than Hermione now.
yeah, I think anytime someone's better at school than Hermione, she's going to be annoyed. So,
Do you see this as cheating?
it's not like Harry actively sought that textbook out. I think it was meant to be given to him. So he's just using it the way it was intended.
Yeah, and
he offers it to them.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
That's what jumps out to me. Yeah.
Yeah. So no, I don't think it's cheating.
Okay. Do we have a couple do we cares that we haven't touched on yet? Do we care about the fanged frisbee that Ron and Hermione confiscate from a first year?
I don't think so.
Okay. We talked about free periods. We talked about the specific potions. We talked about Half-Blood Prince. Do we care about the class roster for potions? About who all's in there? It's just like 12 kids. Some unnamed Ravenclaws, Malfoy, Harry, Ron, Hermione, Ernie.
I think we always care anytime Malfoy's in there, right?
So, like, Malfoy's going to try to steal some love potion and make Harry fall in love with him so that he can get to him.
Maybe. It's kind of always been a, like, grade school, I like you, so I'm going to pretend like I don't like you.
Oh, interesting.
thing with Malfoy and Harry.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, okay. It's a Helga and Arnold, Hey Arnold situation.
Helga G. Pataki.
Yeah.
There you go.
I couldn't have told you her middle initial, but I appreciate that we're on the same page there.
Yeah.
Okay. We're going to do just the one voicemail here. Shoot, I'm bad at pressing. I'm muting us. Okay.
Hey, what's up, Braden and Rogge? This is Logan. I am a Hufflepuff. I am way behind in the series right now. I just finished episode, I think it was 32, chapters 5 through 8 of The Goblet of Fire. But I just wanted to call real quick. I believe you guys are starting the Half-Blood Prince right now. And so I just wanted to say that is my favorite book in the series. So I'm really looking forward to catching up to that point and hearing Braden's thoughts on that. But I'm excited to keep listening and to catch up and to hopefully finish the series with you guys. In the episode I just listened to, there was a lot of talk about the backyard sports games. And so I just wanted to share my 2 cents about that series. I played a lot of backyard sports in the day, mostly basketball, the original backyard basketball game with Kevin Garnett and Lisa Leslie. Spent a lot of time on that, a little bit of baseball. And then when I was in middle school, I got backyard football for the Nintendo Wii. Tom Brady was on the cover of it, and it was awful. Such a bad game. They tried to incorporate the motion controls into it, so like you had to hold down the button of the receiver you're throwing to and then do like an actual throwing motion, and it like would pick it up like half the time. It would like try to judge how hard you were actually throwing. The technology just wasn't there yet for it. Did not work out. Still played it a lot, but rarely had fun. And so also I wanted to talk about a couple episodes ago, I believe it was the last episode of Prisoner of Azkaban, where I finally got to hear the Jacob and Rogge meeting Daniel Radcliffe story on the pod. I've known about this story for a long time. It's been one of my favorite Merriman stories, and to hear it told from not only just Rogge's perspective, as I would have expected, but hearing it also from Jacob and Mrs. Merriman. All 3 Merrimans chiming in on that story was truly a treat. So I really appreciated that. I love the show. Love you guys. Bye.
Love you, Logan.
What a great call. What a
Such
great
a good call. A lot to dig into here.
Yeah. Yeah. First off, I want to dig right into the backyard football thing.
Okay.
So I don't really have any experience with that particular game with Tom Brady on the front.
Right.
But just hearing him talk about what was wrong with it makes total sense because they obviously tried to go somewhere that just like that's not their identity. Like you are a cartoon game about little kids playing sports. We don't need high tech.
We don't need the vision cone from Madden.
We don't need the vision cone. We don't need to know how hard you're throwing the ball. Like little kids all throw the ball the same. Like it's
with a perfect spiral.
With a perfect spiral. Like you need a few buttons and a joystick. You don't need all this stuff. So that makes sense. It would be that bad.
I didn't play. I played backyard football for the computer in like 1999. I never played that one for Wii. I did play Madden 06 on Wii, a game I got at launch, like the day though the Wii came out, and had that the exact same issue. You have to press the button and flick the controller. So I know exactly his frustration.
Yeah. Actually, yeah. Now that you say that, I don't know that I've ever played backyard sports on anything but a PC, other than when you and I played briefly, which that was on a PC as well.
That was on a computer as well, yeah.
Yeah.
Next time that we're together, I'll have to bring a GameCube and we can play backyard baseball. It's like a baseball game just like you'd think. It's definitely tries to be more realistic, like with pitch location and stuff. The fields, so when you're picturing a field in backyard baseball for the computer, it's like 125 yards to center field, right? Like you can almost underhand flip it from the right fielder to the second baseman. Like the fields just aren't that big, and so you're always hitting home runs. There's some fields in the GameCube one that are like to scale MLB style. Like you can't find your outfielder.
125 yards would actually be like a pretty
I
good
meant
sized
feet.
regular field.
Yeah, I meant feet. So there's definitely a difference in scale. There's like a farmyard field where you can see a silo in the background, and it like actually maps to like that's super far away. So I played a lot of that. In that one, Sammy Sosa is like a pretty good pitcher, so you can really round out your lineup 1 through 9 without having to pick like Randy Johnson or something, you know?
Right. It was interesting that his most experience was with backyard basketball. I don't know if I'm sure I have played it at one point, but I don't remember much about it. I love the Kevin Garnett and Lisa Leslie reference.
Yeah. I played backyard basketball a couple times at the library. The announcer for that one, obviously Sunny Day, but then the other guy is named Barry DJ, as I recall. And so I looked up a cheat that you could use or a code that would unlock him. And so you could play as him, and then he could make it from anywhere on the court.
And he's just Steph Curry, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like literally from like under the other team's basket. He just like tosses it up and it goes right in.
He just buries DJ.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As you can imagine, Pablo Sanchez was an absolute sniper.
Yeah.
He just reigned.
A point god.
Yes. I mean, you can imagine the nutmeg potential.
Mm-hmm.
So he's about the size and shape of a basketball already. So
That's good. Good. Love backyard sports.
Oh, and then there's him really liking the story about us meeting Dan Radcliffe. So if you're a first-time listener for some reason, Braden, can you run through that story real quick? Do you remember the details of it? Actually, I don't care if you remember the details. I want to know what you remember.
So you and your brother Jacob went to a play with your parents. Were you in New York?
We were in New York. My parents did not actually go to this play.
Just with your aunt.
Our aunt was the one that gave us permission to go, like bought the tickets for us, and Jacob and I went to this play alone.
Okay. So, and your mom was kind of against it because there's a lot of nudity.
Yes, a lot.
And after the show, you guys like knew where Daniel Radcliffe was going to be getting into his limo.
Yes.
And like raced around and beat everybody there, and you got to meet him. And his British accent was a little bit too much for Jacob to handle at the time.
Yep.
And but I believe he asked Jacob, "Could you see all right?"
Very close. It was, "Could you hear?"
"Could you hear all right?"
"Could you hear all right?"
"Could you hear all right?" And Jacob just thought that he was saying Detroit. Like, are you guys from Detroit?
Yeah.
Because that's an American city, I know. Like, you guys are probably from Detroit. And so I think the way Rogge tells the story is Jacob just sat there like slack-jawed and just stared at him.
That's what happened.
No, we're from Crawfordsville.
Yeah, he just stood and stared, didn't say anything. Until it felt like a minute, but it was probably more like 5 seconds. And then I just leaned over and was like, "Yeah, we could hear fine. It was great. Thanks, Harry Potter." It was everything you'd want from Jacob interacting with Daniel Radcliffe.
Yeah, good stuff.
Chapter 10, The House of Gaunt. Where do you fall on all of these chapters? In some ways, this is kind of the meatiest, but in some ways it's not. What did you think about this chapter generally as a whole, the concept? Because we haven't seen really many chapters like this in the series.
Yeah, this one was weird. This one got really like abusive parent stuff in it.
Oh, yeah.
And just kind of some like creepier adult themes, I felt like.
We've talked before about the parallels between Voldemort's whole blood status thing and like racism. And I feel like that hits a little harder in this chapter than it might have previously.
Yeah, JKR really leaned into that in this chapter. And we got some like backstory on family lineage for Voldemort and how that might actually tie to Harry. And then at the end, strangely, like Dumbledore with like the ring. I don't like. There's a lot of questions and not that many answers per usual.
So is this a beef? I mean, we haven't had any. I feel like we haven't been hitting the beefs as hard the last few episodes.
I mean, I think they'll get answered, so I'm not like super beefy about it, but I was just kind of like, there's a lot here and not a lot of explanation. Braden's beef! It was a little beefy. Yeah.
All right. So well, they talk about the beginning actually isn't about the flashback. It's about them discussing who the Half-Blood Prince is. It can't be a girl because it says prince. Did any of that play into your thoughts as far as Hermione insisting about, that it could be a girl, or that the book is evil, or?
Yeah, I mean, that's what I alluded to earlier, like maybe the Half-Blood Prince, especially knowing what we learned about like Voldemort's parents, like kind of seems like it points to Voldemort being the Half-Blood Prince.
Sure. Especially we have the connection of that with going into lineage and stuff right here.
Yeah.
Do you have any thoughts on I guess, how did this compare to your expectations of what a lesson with Dumbledore was going to be like?
Yeah, I thought we were going to learn, like, spells and, like, magic. And it's mostly just, like, let's remember stuff. And then make some guesses.
But what you love is that you walk out of it and you're like, oh, of course that's what Dumbledore did. Like, of course that's what he meant. It's still on brand Dumbledore. Or not for you.
Yeah, no, it definitely is. I mean, he keeps you on your toes and doesn't ever really say what he means. So
in the beginning, he's like, I'm going to tell you everything now, Harry. Harry's like, oh, I've heard that one before. Dumbledore. Dumbledore formation. Dumbledore mission.
Keep going. This is good.
Dumbledore. Dumbledore, you even really telling me the full truth?
I'm not gonna stop you, man.
Albus
get it all out.
Dumbledore. Excuse me, Dumbledore. Okay, I think that's the last one.
You good?
I'm good.
Okay. This is really good.
Thanks.
It's a really good soundbite.
Thanks, man. Excuse me. Okay. So then, yeah, just as far as the memory, anything that stuck out to you, we've got Gaunts, we've got Ogden, we've got Tom Riddle, we've got a snake nailed to a door.
Yeah. What's the son's name? Morphin?
Morphin.
I haven't even seen an actor portrayal of this guy, but he creeps me out. Real creepy description.
Yeah.
The freaking relationship between the dad and the daughter's got some weird, like, Black Snake Moan type. I don't know what the heck is going on. Like,
I don't know what that is.
I don't like that at all.
I need you to explain to me that reference.
Samuel L. Jackson.
I'm familiar. I'm not familiar.
Never mind.
No. I want to know.
I've never seen the whole movie.
Okay.
I just like the premise is that there's like some against your will type stuff.
Oh,
going
yikes.
On. Yeah.
For me, it gives off a strong, I can't think of a good movie comparison. It's a strong, like, scary hillbilly vibe. Like you're in the hill country and it's like deep. There's like a deep-seated racism and pride thing going on. Do you get that at all?
A little bit, yeah. That makes sense.
Just because they're like out in the woods and they're so thoroughly surrounded by trees, and there's the snake thing. It's like, the snake charmer church thing. Okay.
Yeah, it's the whole thing's weird, creepy.
Which I mean, like, I think it's intended to be so.
Does this make the movie?
I'm gonna try hard to not answer that for this movie. I don't know if for this book. I don't know if I already have, but I'm turning over a new leaf. I've given away the Ludo Bagman thing before. I've given some stuff away before. I think in general, over the course of the last couple of years, I've done a good job not spoiling stuff for you. But I have done a couple movie giveaways because I thought it would be funny to see your reaction. But I don't want to step on your reaction to the movie itself, so I'm not going to say. I'm not going to do actors.
Fair enough.
So we've got all of this. Do you have a good idea of why Dumbledore picked this memory as of right now?
I think, I don't know. I mean, at a base level, it always helps to understand who your enemy is and where they come from, right?
Right.
But I think I don't know. I think that there's got to be some sort of, because I still believe that Harry is somehow tied to Voldemort or related to Voldemort somehow.
Right.
And so it seems like over the next few lessons, Dumbledore's going to kind of walk him there. Like, you wouldn't want to just dump that on Harry all at once. That'd be super overwhelming. So I feel like he's going to kind of like ease him into like, here's how you're actually pretty connected with him. And so isn't Harry already like half-blood? Wasn't Lily?
Muggle-born, yeah.
Yeah. And so is Voldemort. Voldemort's going to be half-blood as well. Don't know exactly how that connects them yet, but it's an area of that they have in common. So I feel like it's a good place to start, right?
I just Googled Black Snake Moan. You didn't tell me.
I'm not like. I didn't tell you what.
Justin Timberlake is in it.
I did not know that.
Okay, let me get back to Skype. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think that makes sense. It's like, that's Dumbledore's MO, is leading the horse to water. Like, he's never been one for information dumps where he just like actually tells everything that's going on, everything that he knows. And like he said, there's some benefit of the doubt here because some of this stuff is going to be guesswork. Like, it's reasonable guesses, and it's like, I'm building a case, but I'm not telling you solid facts that are definitely already known by everyone.
Right.
You have to have some level of respect for that.
Yep.
Your thoughts on the whole... So after they leave, they get into... There's a little bit of a discussion about how... So this is Voldemort's mom, and, how did she get with Tom Riddle, and what's the actual... What are the details as far as that conversation? Was there a love potion, possibly? Is this what Dumbledore mentions, a love potion?
Yeah, which you would think is the same stuff they were talking about with Slughorn, right?
There was mention of a love potion in Slughorn's class, yes. So you think you're seeing the theme, maybe?
Obsessive love.
And so what do you think about that as far as... I've heard theories, I don't think this spoils anything, that Voldemort is the way he is to some extent because he was created, he was conceived under a love potion scenario where it was like the love that went into his conception was like artificial. Like that one person had the other person under a love potion, so because of that makes it very difficult or impossible for him to feel like human love. Like he was basically birthed a sociopath because of that.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I could go with that.
Yeah, I mean, I guess there's not much to say about it. It's just like, oh, huh, like it makes some sense. We don't know that it's true, but
Right.
So then, yeah, I guess just implications was the last thing I wrote down. We already kind of discussed that. You think that we're leading towards some sort of reveal about Harry's identity, or at least how knowing this about Voldemort's past or lineage and upbringing can help in their battle.
Right.
But we don't have any specific predictions as to how that would work.
About like how they're connected?
Yeah, either that or like a Slumdog Millionaire situation where this knowledge ends up being specifically useful in the fight against Voldemort.
Yeah, I don't think we know enough yet for that. I think it's just a base level of like, you got to understand who your enemy is and where he's coming from, and some of this family lineage stuff might help you understand why he is the way he is.
Do we think that the rest of the classes are going to be memory-based like this, the Dumbledore lessons?
Yeah, I think that's because, I think Dumbledore kind of says, like, you know everything I know. So it's just kind of us exploring together at this point.
Yeah, bouncing ideas off each other. Two bros.
Yeah, just broing out. Bros being guys, guys being bros.
Hanging out in evil wizards' memories.
Yep.
Closing thoughts. Let's see, I think I might have a do we care. Do we care about the half a scene where Trelawney walks by Harry in the hallway and is like flipping cards or tarot cards or something?
Yeah, that was weird and seemed kind of unnecessary in terms of just where it was placed in the story. So yeah, that's probably... And like, I feel like JKR goes out of her way to mention that Trelawney was right about the prediction with like Harry's parents.
Yeah.
So yeah, took a little mental note of that.
Do we care about the snake on the door, twisting a snake in his hands? Is it just imagery? Is that just supposed to evoke a certain thing, or is it going to be any more specific than that?
I guess I thought it was just imagery with the whole parcel tongue thing,
Do we care about the ring or locket?
Yeah. Yeah, it's weird that Dumbledore is wearing that, and now his hand is black and dead. And why did he put it on? Why is he wearing it? It's a weird thing to like want on your hand.
Where did he get it?
Yeah. I don't understand.
Okay, yeah, that's what I have for Do We Cares. Any closing thoughts?
Wait, what
yes.
if in the story, I think it already said, what's the dad's name in the story? The Gaunt guy?
Marvolo.
Marvolo Gaunt. What if like Dumbledore is Marvolo's brother?
Wow.
Like so maybe Dumbledore's the one who's related to Voldemort.
He's Voldemort's uncle.
Yeah.
And so that's why he has like a bunch of middle names and stuff, because he just was trying to fabricate a whole separate identity.
Yep. And so that's why Voldemort went and got that ring, because it was like the last family heirloom. Didn't want it to get in the wrong hands.
Timeline-wise, that fits, right? Dumbledore's old enough to be that to Voldemort.
Right.
Very interesting. So you think that the reveal is going to be, Harry, you have to kill me.
Yeah, that would be awesome. That would be wild.
That would be wild.
Like at the end of all these lessons, Dumbledore just looks Harry in the eye and he's like, "It's time to duel."
To
You
duel.
understand? Yeah. They have to duel.
So actually Dumbledore is evil. That doesn't make sense to me. I don't see how we get there.
It's not that he's evil. It's that you just said, like, he has to kill me. Like,
So
Harry, you have to kill me.
So if he agreed that that was necessary, wouldn't he just let Harry do it?
No, he's not. He's Dumbledore. He's not going to go down without a fight.
That doesn't make sense. I don't know. I don't know about that. We do have one more howler. Let me see. Let's see if I can take a look at it. We might just want to be done. Save this one for next time. This is from just like last week, so it's much more current than the other ones. Yeah, we'll save that one for next time. Maybe we'll record a bit more promptly. If you would like to join Logan and Chad and someone else whose name we didn't catch by howling in, we would love to hear from you. Braden, what's the number that they can call or text?
978-768-8370.
All right. Congratulations. It's the only phone number that Braden has memorized because it's 2020.
I still have my parents' landline and my best friend growing up landline.
I have my parents' landline and Eric's cell phone and Rachel's cell phone.
And I have Hannah's cell phone too. Yeah.
We're on the same page. Howl in, let us know. Let us know what you're eating for dinner. Let us know how things are going. Let us know what you think about Harry Potter. And we'd love to hear from you. Thank you to our lovely sponsors. Logan R. Hayes. What is it? Videography. Logan R. Hayes Videography.
Videographer.
Braden. And 4612. Emily Austin Designs. Thank you to our loyal listeners. Thank you to our patrons.
Thank you for Shadow Pizza.
Fresh Pizza. Kitchen Fresh Pizza. Oven Fresh Pizza? I think it's Kitchen Fresh.
Kitchen Fresh.
Kitchen Fresh Pizza. Pizza. Thank you for the pizza scholarship. Thank you to Jeremy and Jess for editing and all the hard work that you do. Thank you to our wives for letting us record this podcast. We will see you again next time for chapters 11 through 14 of Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince.
Peace.
Thanks, guys.